Hell's Kitchen has never been gentle. Bad cooking is expected, mistakes are part of the process, but every once in a while, something happens that goes far beyond a simple error. A dish crosses a line, from careless to negligent to completely unacceptable in any professional kitchen. These aren't just bad plates. These are the moments that made Gordon Ramsay physically recoil, made teammates freeze in place, and made viewers at home question how service didn't stop immediately. And the deeper you go into Hell's Kitchen history, the more uncomfortable these moments become. This isn't about bland risotto or overcooked fish. This is about food that never should have existed in the first place. One of the earliest examples comes from season 1. Long before contestants fully understood what Hell's Kitchen demanded, Jimmy Casey presents his signature dish, a stuffed chicken breast, and the problems are obvious before anyone even considers taste. The chicken looks dry, overworked, and lifeless. The presentation alone triggers hesitation. Nothing about it suggests confidence or control. It looks like food that's already lost its battle.
Fucking do both at the same time. What do you want me to do?
Come here, you. Come here, you.
No.
And in a competition built on first impressions, that visual failure locks the reaction in immediately. The dish becomes uncomfortable to even look at, let alone eat. As the seasons progress, the show begins to reveal a different kind of disgust. Not physical, but conceptual. In season 14, Monique Booker presents a pasta dish that initially appears harmless. No red flags, no immediate shock. Then it becomes clear that the sauce came straight from a jar. In Hell's Kitchen, that decision contaminates the dish instantly.
It's called Moe's pasta.
Tell me about the marinara sauce. I want to know how you made it.
It's just from a jar.
A signature dish isn't judged only on flavor, it's judged on effort, preparation, and intent. Using a pre-made sauce doesn't just weaken the plate, it undermines the entire purpose of the challenge. The disgust here isn't about taste, it's about realizing the chef chose convenience at the exact moment they were supposed to prove identity. Some dishes, however, don't fail quietly. In season 5, Seth Levine presents a cinnamon-crusted rack of lamb, a dish that instantly becomes infamous. The flavors clash, the concept collapses, nothing about it works together.
That's cinnamon-crusted rack of lamb with a aubergine ratatouille.
This isn't a subtle misfire, it's a complete breakdown of judgment. The reaction that follows cements the dish permanently in Hell's Kitchen history.
Too sweet.
There's some honey.
Honey in a ratatouille. Is that normal?
No chef.
Not as controversial, but as a benchmark for how bad a signature dish can get. Once a dish reaches that level, it stops being food, it becomes a warning. Season 4 delivers one of the most physically unsettling moments the show has ever aired. Matt Siegel introduces his signature dish as an exotic tartare. What follows is a chaotic combination of raw venison, raw scallops, caviar, and white chocolate. Individually, some of these ingredients can work. Together, they create something deeply disturbing.
Caviar and white chocolate and...
Oh, stop. Let me just get this right again. Diver scallops, chopped up. Caviar and white chocolate. Do you smoke?
This isn't creative risk-taking, it's culinary roulette. The body reacts before the mind can even process what's happening. And when food triggers that kind of response, the verdict is instant. Then there's the moment that many fans still consider the gold standard for signature dish disaster. In season 8, Antonia Borgman presents a Mardi Gras gumbo. Before it's tasted, the smell alone signals that something is very wrong. When it finally is sampled, the reaction escalates immediately. This isn't critique, it's physical rejection. What makes the moment unforgettable isn't just how bad the dish is, it's the admission that she hadn't properly tasted it herself. That isn't a mistake, that's skipping the one responsibility a chef can never skip.
God.
Are you crazy? Have you tasted that?
No, I didn't get a chance to taste it, Chef.
This gumbo doesn't just fail a challenge, it becomes a reference point for how wrong things can go. At this point, the list stops being about flavor and starts being about safety. During dinner service in season 3, Joanna Dunn attempts to cook and serve crab that is clearly spoiled. The smell gives it away instantly. This isn't subtle, this isn't debatable.
Can you not smell that? The crab is off. It's fucking rancid.
Serving food in this condition isn't poor cooking, it's dangerous. The disgust here comes from the realization that someone could actually get hurt, and in Hell's Kitchen, that crosses a line few moments ever do. But even that isn't the lowest point. Still in season 3, a moment unfolds that permanently redefines what unacceptable means. During service, Genya Mola throws excess spaghetti into the trash. Moments later, another order comes in. Instead of starting fresh, she retrieves the pasta from the garbage. This isn't confusion, this isn't panic, it's a conscious decision. Had that food reached a customer, it wouldn't just have been disgusting, it would have been indefensible.
I had an order for spaghetti and I threw out what we had.
And I decided to retrieve the spaghetti from the top of the garbage and washed it and serve it.
What makes this moment especially disturbing is how close it came to actually happening. Nothing else on the show ever fully recovered the trust broken in that instant. Not every violation is explosive. Some are quiet, and that's what makes them dangerous. During a breakfast service in season 11, Jeremy Madden plates scrambled eggs far too early.
You guys walking with the omelets?
30 seconds, please.
Nearly an hour later, those same eggs are brought back to the pass. They're cold, sweating, clearly not fresh.
Some disgusting pig brought me the sampled scrambled eggs.
This isn't a timing slip, it's negligence. And when it's discovered, the disgust isn't about flavor. It's about realizing no one stopped the process. As the show enters its modern era, the mistakes don't disappear, they just change shape. In season 20, Matthew Francis Johnson repeatedly struggles with basic food safety. Early on, he serves shrimp that haven't been properly cleaned, a mistake that immediately raises concerns. But the more disturbing moment comes later, when chicken reaches the pass undercooked. Raw poultry isn't just unpleasant, it's dangerous.
Okay.
But I'm not very good at eating shrimp and the shit sack. How do you clean the shrimp?
This isn't a matter of preference or finesse. It's a failure at the most basic professional level. The disgust here comes from the pattern. Multiple chances, repeated warnings, and the same fundamental errors. At that point, the kitchen isn't dealing with a bad night, it's dealing with a liability. Then there's a moment that isn't about cooking at all, but still ranks among the most revolting scenes the show has ever aired. In season 8, Raj Branston is caught eating rejected fish during dinner service.
Just a quick little bite. How could Chef Ramsay blame me for eating this delicious food? It's fantastic.
Food that has already been deemed unacceptable is being consumed off to the side while the kitchen is in chaos. This isn't stress eating. It's a complete breakdown of awareness and professionalism. Watching someone snack on failed dishes in the middle of service isn't just bizarre, it's deeply unsettling. The disgust doesn't come from what's on the plate. It comes from realizing how detached someone can become from the reality of the kitchen. Then there's a recurring nightmare that spans multiple seasons: scallops. Again and again, chefs send them up raw, rubbery, or burnt. Entire services collapse under piles of rejected scallops. What makes this disgusting isn't just the food itself, it's the repetition. No adjustment, no correction, just the same failure over and over until disbelief replaces frustration. Season 10 adds another uncomfortable chapter. Tiffany Johnson attempts to pass off burnt pizza by cutting away the worst parts instead of remaking it. The decision is deliberate. Rather than acknowledge the mistake, she tries to disguise it. In a professional kitchen, that crosses a line immediately.
Their opinions really don't matter to me.
It's burnt, look.
Just cut that part off. Who gives a
The disgust here isn't just about burnt food, it's about knowingly sending something unacceptable. Once intent becomes clear, the dish can't be defended. And this is where it ends. Not with poor seasoning, not with clashing flavors, but with food taken from the garbage and moments away from being served. Jen Yamola's trash pasta remains the lowest point in Hell's Kitchen history. Not because it tasted bad, but because it never should have been considered food again. Once something enters the trash, there are no excuses left. No pressure, no time constraint, no justification. So which moment still makes your stomach turn? The spoiled crab? The trash pasta? The raw chicken? The hour-old eggs? Or a shortcut that should have ended someone's run instantly? Let us know. Because in Hell's Kitchen, bad cooking can be forgiven, but some decisions never should be.